But for Aros for today, we're gonna go over his instant air Nadia dash. So he has this weapon called the hang on the Nuada Gauntlet. So what it does is some dash around kind of like Galleon or John Talbot from Dark Stalkers or Vampire. So it's this gauntlet here. So what it does is it lets him dash around. See, that's what it does. It's really cool. Yeah. You can do it twice, and then the sequence has to end. And then if you hold it, you'll do a meteor strike. And what's cool about that is when you do that, watch, you do it, you can change the direction. But look, he bounces when he hits the ground. And when you bounce, what's cool about that bounce is when you bounce, you're airborne. So you can do an airborne move like that. And then when you have the gauntlet equipped, so let me equip this real quick. Let me equip his gun lock. So this ham splitter, you jump, push down, attack. You see how that attack is. It's just a down attack. Now watch when you equip the gauntlet. You get that shockwave. You basically get this, but you get the full charge version. But you get it instantly, which is really effective. And it's going to be very helpful later on. Once the game's updated, trust me. But yeah, so it does that. That's the first thing. That's another thing that it does. So another thing that you can do with it is you can cancel his meteor strike. You can bypass the charge move because when you push Y, you have to hold the Y button to do the meteor strike. So if you hold it, if you hit it, he's going to do a charge first, and then he's going to go into it. But you can bypass that charge with certain moves. So you can bypass it by jumping and holding Y, dashing and holding Y. Helm splitter, that's the main way to do it. I'm going to show you a neat little trick with that. Yeah, helm splitter. What's another way? There's all kinds of different ways he can cancel into that. But watch, if you do one of those moves on hold Y, this is what happens. See, you bypass the charge and doing two things, going straight into the move and then also saving meter, because when you use the gauntlet, you press Y, see, watch, you use meter and you charge and use more. But if you buffer it like this, then you're not using all that. You can do it like this too. And then you see that? So this is how I was able to do those loops. So you can just dash and do helm splitter and hold Y. Do helm splitter again and hold Y. Helm splitter again, hold Y. That's pretty much how you do that. But that's not what this video is about. I just wanted to show you guys that because this gauntlet is very versatile. But this video is about doing a instant air gauntlet dash, because you can do that move in the air. Do an instant air gauntlet dash. So that's the first thing I want to show you guys. So the way to do it is you jump and push Y immediately. And if you plink it, if you roll it, like roll A to Y, you can do it like immediately off the ground. It's hard. This is my first time actually playing Jitsu Squad arcade stick. And I have a 6-button stick, so I don't even have access to all the buttons. Like, I can't tag, and I don't know what the other button was, but I know tag and parry, but I can just parry by pressing those two buttons. I have to really pay attention. But yeah, so I don't really need them because I'm intending on playing tag. but I'm the type of person who will go into a mode and I want to learn everything inside out before I go into it. This is why I enjoy training modes, because with training modes, theoretically, you can jump into the hardest mode right away, just because you can learn a lot, a lot by in the training mode. I mean, you won't learn everything. You have to go into the game to experience it, to see, bosses and things like that. But there's a lot you can do, and you can be very prepared. So, but for him, like I said, instant air dash. So this lets you do a couple things. So you can loop those. You can do instant air gauntlet dash and tail splitter, and then do another one, and do another. Oh, that's another trick. That was accident. I didn't mean to show you guys that yet, but that is something you do. I have to show you. See, I'll show you guys that later. But here's the instant air. And you, like I said, you can do different setups. You can do hold on, let me see. So you can do things like that. You can do setups like this, oops, I didn't do it quick enough. But you see how you can do different setups like this. Oops, screw that up. But yeah, see, watch how you can charge the boulder wave into instant air gauntlet dash. You can do stuff like that. Let the cat out the bag. Let's see, watch. There, you can do stuff like that. Really cool, neat thing to do. I mean, that's just like one thing you can do. You see what I'm saying? It makes him so versatile. And he can also do this. If you hit an enemy with it, I believe, well, hold on, let me see. So if you hit an enemy in the air with this, I believe you can cancel to any, you can cancel to any move. I don't even think you need to hit an enemy. But what you can do is you can jump and do it diagonally, down forward, and cancel like that. See that? You can do a lot of stuff with this thing. That's because you can do instant air gauntlet dashes, not a gauntlet dash. It won't let me pick anything else up. But hold on. But yeah, you can do. There's so much you can do with this. But that's just one thing you can do. That's just one thing. One thing I really discovered you can do is after you do an instant air, not a gauntlet dash, you can do. Let's see what it's called. I'll make sure it's called. Where is that? Where is it at? Okay. So you can do an instant air, not a gauntlet dash to a body dive. And what this does, this is really cool. What this does is this gives Aros momentum and mobility. See? It gives him mobility. So another thing this does, this allows him, I wish he can guard. If he can guard, I can really show you this. I'm gonna have to play the game to show you. But you have those skeletons that guard all your attacks. This is really good for that, because what he can do is he can dash. Oops, I'm sorry. He can do this. He can do the dash and then come out with the body press, and it will put the skeletons into hit stun, and then he can just grab them. It's really neat, and you can group up a lot of them. I have a video. I've done a video with it. I believe I put it up. No, I don't know. I don't know if I put them up yet, but I will get some footage of that. But yeah, it allows him to be very, very mobile. See, it gives him a lot of mobility. It does cost me, so you will run out. So you gotta be careful. But when you kill enemies, you get yellow orbs. You can fill that up really good, really fast. See, the thing is, it gives him so much mobility, especially when you can cancel out of the Nuada Gauntlet air charge. Oh, wrong with that. And it gives them that momentum. And what this is doing is it's taking the momentum of this and carrying it into that move. And there's another character in another game that can do this. Her name is Shinko in the American version, or Lele, it might be Lele in the Japanese version, of Vampire Hunter or Vampire Savior or Darkstalkers. She's the Chinese ghost, and she has this thing called the pendulum swing. Forget what it's called in Japanese, but she jumps up on this pendulum, like she's a Chinese ghost. She jumps up on this pendulum and she swings back and forth like a pendulum, like a clock, like a little pendulum on a grandfather clock. And if you press any kick during that move, she'll release it, and whatever position she's in, she'll fly at that trajectory and gain that momentum, and you can cancel into like any attack after that. So using her heavy punch is like a saw blade. It comes out like a saw blade, like, and it's a good move to carry after that. So really good in Vampire Hunter and very good in Vampire Savior. They put her in Marvel 3 and they took the momentum away, and it sucked. So, but yeah, this is how you do it. You instant air, so you jump Y and then just hit X towards the end of that move. Oops, need Meter to do it. Just try to remember that. So let's see. Alright, so yeah, so you just instant air it. So you AY or cross triangle if you're on PlayStation once it gets there. But you see it? But the longer you let it go, there's a sweet spot for it. And it depends what you want to do with it too. So there's a sweet spot for it. Oh, that's so good. But yeah, really, really, really effective tool in grouping enemies and doing what's called tick throw. Tick throw is when you attack an enemy while they're guarding and put them in guard stun, and you walk up and grab and throw. That's what a tick throw is, and very useful for skeletons. Jazz has the best tick throw because, believe it or not, Jazz has it seems like he has the best throw range because it's tongue, like it's super long. And because he's a frog, but in joke, but yeah, I think Jazz can grab even outside of Jazz can grab from here, but yeah, tick throwing is really useful for like skeletons, very, very useful for the skeletons because they're very, very annoying. So, but yeah, I'll do a run with Aros just so you can see what I'm talking about. See, look, it just gives him so much mobility. This is a really, really good tool for him. So yeah, so instant air Nuada Gauntlet into flying what is this move called? What's it called? It's a flying body dive. Instant air Nuada Gauntlet to flying body dive. Very, very effective tool. So, such a good tool, and this game is so much easier to play with an arcade stick because it plays like a fighting game. So that's by design, I'm sure. See, like then yeah, you can cancel it after that. See, like look, wow. Like, you can probably go up too. So yeah, you can just do a lot. Like, and it's just with this one weapon. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's just with this one weapon. I mean, you know, you have this gun and you have the symbiote. You can't really practice the symbiote because it is a weapon that's made to group enemies. But yeah, that when you pick up one of these weapons, it fundamentally changes how the character can be played. I really like this though. Oops. I really like this. Okay, so maybe I can do this when I go. So yeah, you thinking. Or what I can do is land, then do it. Let's see. Land. Ooh, yeah, because that'll make it tight. So let's see if that'll work. No, you couldn't get it. He's in the air too long. See, watch. Still. Yeah, he's in the air too long. So, not a good situation to use that, but you can do it if you want to. Real good game, though.